I cannot wait to see this matchup. I mean, again, Team Queso representing the Spanish-speaking community. Definitely, they have to be good to be signed by Team Queso, but then also, again, Zombie Doom, the way they were talking to me before, they just had all this confidence. I'm really, really excited to see the results for this one.
Zombie Doom, I feel like, kind of represents every clan. They're more like the typical clan out there in Clash of Clans. They're not super tight-knit. They don't know each other in person. They maybe are from all around the country, maybe from a couple of different countries. And that's really, for me, why I have a connection with Zombie Doom, because I feel like that's very typical of Clash of Clans. You get players from all around the world who join a clan, not necessarily knowing each other in person.
That's right.
Here they are.
So starting it off, we have Rigo Torres, 23, going in against Shift-A-Lot, and his attack strategy looks like he's going to be coming in with a Queen Walk Laloon, which is funny because this was the one strategy that they were saying, or a lot of players have been saying, is a little too risky.
And check out that brand new Gladiator Archer Queen. Almost the first time it's ever been shown, but she is beautiful right there, and she's going to be out with the healers. And check out the wall breaker. Little test wall breaker, maybe? Here come the real ones.
Yeah, there you go.
That wall.
That free spell freezing down that multi-targeting Inferno Tower and allowing the the wall breakers to get in there. Of course, you got to put that tester down there in case there was a bomb. There wasn't, but it's still a really smart thing to do that.
Yep, that was beautiful right there. Archer Queen in getting after that Inferno, and then she's going to take out a couple more defenses. And of course, the defending Barbarian King, that's going to be a big target for her on her way in.
That's right, so she hooks on in now, and there's a Lava Hound and a Baby Dragon in that clan castle. Remember, last qualifier, it was mostly Ice Golems and Baby Dragons, so are we seeing a bit of a meta shift now because of the change in how the Ice Golems operate?
Great point, Klaus. This is something I actually saw a lot this past season of CWL with the teams like the Dark Looters, some of these top-rated teams, a lot of Lava Hounds in defensive clan castles, so it definitely has been a shift.
Absolutely. I mean, with Queen Walk, the best thing you can do is slow it down, and with that Lava Hound having, like, what, 1 million HP, I mean, it's just brutal having to take it out. But finally, she gets through that. We have that lull in the attack, and ooh, looks like that Rage Spell actually missed the healers.
Well, maybe they'll walk into, there they go. Now they're in it. Here comes the rest of your attack, bottom left of the screen. In comes the Stone Slammer, and you've got just under a minute 20 left. Archer Queen in that entry, about a third of the space already gone, Klaus.
All right, so brilliant move. Look at that. One minion's going to damage the Town Hall, and now the balloons are going to target that Town Hall. We have not seen that particular strategy before. That was new and first time seen here, folks.
Yep, it's all about getting that Town Hall active, and the Town Hall goes down, and the Warden's ability protecting those loons as they move away from the Giga Bomb. More loons moving in on the left-hand side. Still a haste spell left.
One more haste spell left. There's a lot of base left, though. I don't know if there's enough firepower left in this attack to get all the way through. I mean, if you note, there's an Expo, an Inferno Tower, and an air defense at the end of this pathway. So is this going to be the triple, or is it just going to be that high percent 2-star?
Well, the last Inferno Tower is down, but you've got 2 air defenses that remain, and the balloons are gone, Klaus. Looks tough right here. Just cleanup troops are left.
Ouch. It's always hard to see, but you know what? These guys come in, their bare minimum is that 2-star. 2 stars will put them in a competitive position going forward, but a 3-star will definitely put them ahead. So unfortunately, doesn't get the 3-star this time, but maybe next time they'll be able to get it.
You could tell just by the reaction on his face. 80% 2-star, not enough. He's going for the triple every single time.
Every single time you want to get that triple, but you know, at least, and that's what I was saying earlier, at least they got the 2-star. They're not behind in the war right now. I think they set a good, a good minimum. 80% is a fantastic percentage, and going forward, I think that they'll be all right.
And again, a great move that you pointed out right there, Klaus, waiting for that Town Hall to become active as a weapon before the balloons moved in and took it out.
Shift-A-Lot getting ready for his next attack. You can see his focus. They've got those headphones on. They're probably communicating in some sort of voice chat there, and really trying to help each other out. Galadon, do you remember if they're allowed to get up and help each other, like watch over each other's shoulders? Is it only if you're sitting next to each other?
No, we've definitely seen that before. We've seen coaches kind of get up, get right in the camera there, and make sure that they're helping out a little bit. And you know, it helps to make sure that you don't miss an ability. Maybe there's a troop that you've got to watch out for. Maybe there's a troll defense Tesla that pops up in a corner.
So that's one of the few changes that's positive when being in the studio. Like normally it's like, oh man, the lights are bright and it's hot and it's stressful and there's people watching and Klaus and Galadon are making fun of me because I'm not getting it or whatever. You know, there's a lot of, are they afraid that they're going to get made fun of? We don't make fun of them.
Of course not.
We build them up. But still, there's a lot of pressure, but at least they have their teammates in person in real time to help them out if they need it.
Well, we'll have to watch if this brand new Gladiator Archer Queen gets her vision improved by that helmet, because so far she's doing a great job right there, clearing all sorts of defenses. Here comes your wall wrecker, so you can watch for that Queen walk to become a Queen charge as she heads in towards the core of the base.
Leading in with some P.E.K.K.A., some witches, and some bowlers. And then you got the big line of blue men, the bowlers leading into that Inferno Tower. As you can see, that wall wrecker charging straight at that Town Hall. They really want to get at least that 2-star as usual. But this attack, we've seen time and time again, especially last time, P.E.K.K.A. Smash or something of this sort is very, very powerful and has a ton of potential moving forward.
Definitely. You see the Town Hall down 1/3 of the base. The Lava Hound pops all over the place. Got a P.E.K.K.A. and a bowler and maybe a witch on the outside right doing some cleanup. And now they're headed in towards that core to get that eagle down.
There you go. So notice he didn't use his jump spell just early on. He waited until they got through one wall, and now they're able to jump into the back around the core here. So this is looking good for him. He's gotten most of the key defenses down. He's still got a bunch of healers. His Queen still has her ability, and he still has a free spell too in case he needs it for a clutch moment. This attack is looking very good right now.
Yep, the Ice Golem on offense over there by the Archer Queen helped out, froze several defenses for a bunch of time. So the Archer Queen, like you said, still hasn't used that ability. It looks like she's going to need it.
There it is.
Just in time.
Good call, good call. So now with that Queen going through that wall, she will get likely those defenses on that far side. Good freeze.
Ooh,
yeah, there you go. You had freezing in the clutch moment there. So the Queen's going to clear up all the defenses up there. And look at that. We have a P.E.K.K.A. getting trailed by some healers at the bottom corner. I don't think there's anything left in this base that's going to be able to shut this down.
Yep, you got plenty of time, Klaus. You're right. The Archer Queen's going to fall to that Tesla pretty quickly. But the King, the P.E.K.K.A.'s down here. That Warden, the Archer's going to work on that Wizard Tower. 91, 92%. 30 seconds left.
So that Queen goes down, unfortunately, but she did draw out a giant bomb, so the rest of the troops are sitting
Klaus,
pretty.
The Wizard Tower. The Wizard Tower, Klaus.
Oh, no.
Are the Archers going to be able to get it? No.
Come on, Archers. Come on, Archers.
Wizard Tower is going to target the Archers in a moment as soon as that healers move away.
I think they've got it, Galadon. I think they've got it. They've got it. Come on. Come on, Wizard Tower.
One last Archer. No. The Archer.
Okay. All right. Well, watch the Warden. Watch the Warden. He's got a very long range.
Needs maybe
Warden's going to get it. He's celebrating. Here he goes. Yes, it's a 3-star for Zombie Doom.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
Right at literally the last second. Shift-a-Lot picks up the triple.
That is a 3-star and really coming out hot. Zombie Doom, their confidence wasn't misplaced with coming out with their very first attack here at the qualifiers and getting the triple at the last second. My voice is almost already gone. We just got started.
My voice was gone before we started this thing. But man, look at that Wizard Tower right there. Thought that was going to be the end of this triple.
Oh, man.
Wow. Wow. What a way to come back. And I got to tell you, I am super excited right now. Zombie Doom, these guys are, if there is a dark horse this weekend, I would say it's Zombie Doom. These guys, nobody knew anything about this clan. They didn't know each other, and now here they are.
We don't have any dark horses, only dark unicorns.
That's a good point.
Maybe we'll see a dark horse versus a dark unicorn later.
Oh, that would be awesome. Actually, we are. We're definitely going to see the dark unicorn. All right, so with that 3-star, Team Queso now has to respond. They have to 2-star all their attacks and at least 3-star to tie going forward. Each team has used one attack. They've got a lot left in the tank, but with only 5 attackers, every single attack is absolutely crucial.
What an opening for Zombie Doom. So excited for those guys. Team Queso, the pro team over here, definitely looking to return a 3-star favor. And now we've got some Hog Riders in action. I'm excited to see the Hog, Klaus.
I was about to point it out to you, Galadon. That's your favorite troop. You love doing the voice, so if you ever feel like it's an appropriate moment, you just go for it, buddy.
I don't know what you're talking about, Klaus.
Okay.
I really don't.
Okay. No, I'm pretty sure you do. It's all right. So with Michael DP attacking with our first look at Hogs in the second qualifier for a World Championship, you can see here with that King funneling that right corner, that Queen now really has nowhere to go but inside the base, which is exactly where you want your max level 60 Queen.
Yep, so she's going to charge in and take out that Town Hall early. Rage spell going to make sure the healers keep her healed up as she grinds through. She's going to get the defending Barb King as well.
Man, that Rage spell so clutch. I mean, without that Rage spell, that Queen Walk would have been completely roasted by that Giga Tesla. So that worked very well for him. Now it looks like we have some Hogs coming in from that north corner here. How far are they going to be able to make it, Galadon? I mean, with so much base left, fortunately, hey, that Queen Walk should be okay going forward for the rest of the attack.
Well, he waited a long time to drop the Hogs, but here they come, and they're going to destroy the rest of this base, Klaus. There's no way Anybody can stop a Hog Rider, especially when there's over 30 Hog Riders. We're gonna get all over these defenses, and as long as there's a heal spell around, nothing could possibly stop us.
Wow, you know what? That's true though.
I don't know what that was. That was strange.
Yeah, somebody just came out of nowhere and started talking like the Hog
That was
Rider.
crazy,
That was really
but
odd. But look at this base. This base looks like it's coming down fast. The Hog Riders only have 2 point defenses to take out left, and it looks like with enough cleanup, they should be just fine to answer back with another triple, given there's enough time.
They knew early that this was going to be a 3-star. You could hear them over there celebrating with about a minute left in this attack, Klaus. These Hog Riders just overwhelming this base. Great to see level 9 Hog Riders back in the meta right now. These guys are so strong, and this is an overkill 3-star. Plenty of time left. Last 3 buildings, and at least a dozen Hog Riders are still up.
Man, it was overkill to the maximum with like 19 seconds left. That's a triple from Michael DP and for Team Queso.
Wow. Those guys are awfully chill over there for just answering the 3-star.
You know you guys can celebrate.
Man, that is...
You can dance, you can sing, whatever you want to do.
Beautiful use of rage spells by Michael DP. You'll notice every single time he placed a rage spell, not only the Queen was soaking it up, but the healers, just as important. Got to remember to keep those healers raged so that they can keep the Queen up, especially when she faces things like a Barb King.
It is so good to see some Hog 3-stars. I mean, with Supercell releasing the new level of the Hog Riders, I know a lot of people were kind of like, you know, whatever. But with that attack, that proves that there's definitely room in Town Hall 12 War for the Hog Riders.
100%. 100%. I think they are super strong. I've even pulled a 3-star or 2 using Hog Riders, so I can attest to their strength.
Well, I can't, but maybe I'll mess with them. I'm going to ask them how to do it.
Okay, we'll leave that one for the folks at home. All right, Emery, Zombie Doom. Trying to pull out another 3-star. This is crazy so far. We've seen 2 3-stars in the first 3 attacks, Klaus.
That's right. 3 attacks in so far. Team Queso now with 2 attacks. Zombie Doom in with currently their 2nd attack. And if Zombie Doom can pull off another 3-star, they will be ahead. Otherwise, it will be tied up 5-5. And this attack actually, the Queen Walk P.E.K.K.A. Smash. I'm still not 100% clear which one that is. I know like they were trying to explain it to me. It was like, if there's a witch, then it's this, and if there's not a witch, it's that. And it just went over my head. And
then Emery's got 4 bat spells as well, so we'll have to watch for those late in the attack. But you're right, these P.E.K.K.A.s do so well once they get into the core of this base. They're slow, but they're so extremely strong.
And they're predictable. Like a lot of troops are really hard to predict where they're going to go because they hit over walls or they have a really long vision here or there. But with the P.E.K.K.A., I mean, they all kind of work together and they only hit what's in front of them. So you definitely see a lot of people using P.E.K.K.A. lately. And as you can see, it's already done work. It's got that Town Hall, that Grand Warden's Eternal Tome ability, got it done to keep them all alive. Now, is there enough to go all the way?
We'll check them out as they move towards the bottom right of this base. They haven't gone after the Eagle yet. That could be a bit of a problem there. It looks like one's working on the Eagle now. And just a couple of shots, that Eagle is out of there. Same with the defending level 60 Archer Queen. She got vaporized by a couple of shots from a P.E.K.K.A. And now the bats come, top right.
I was a little worried. That Queen almost got stuck behind, but fortunately that jump spell lasts for a month and a half, so it's all good. She will be able to make it through. She takes out one of the Wizard Towers up at the very top, and now those bats, I mean, yeah, the Multi-Inferno, it's going to be rough.
Yeah, there were 2 free spells there from Emery, but the second free spell wore off too soon. The Wizard Tower went down, but not the multi-target Inferno.
Yeah, so now we're in a bad position. I mean, you can see that Expo in the very center. Those P.E.K.K.A. are not going to go for that Expo anytime soon. They're going to keep rolling around this base. Unless they, I mean, look at that. They're getting pulled way off to the corner. You never know where they're going to go at this point. But there's just a lot of base left and really not a lot of troops. And look at the pups. People underestimate the pups. They're doing so much work, but they're so small. There's only a few of them, but nothing's really hurting them except for that one little archer that's trailing behind.
Exactly. Cleanup troops are always critical in any attack, no matter what you're using as your main force. Those cleanup troops, you've got to have those, especially because we see so many of these 3-star attempts become time fails right at the end when there might be enough troops, but there's just not enough time left.
Absolutely. Unfortunately, with that time counting down and just not a lot of troops left, it looks like it's going to be a 2-star response from Zombie Doom. It will be tied up 5 stars to 5 stars, 2 attacks used apiece. Fortunately, Emery's 2-star was a higher percentage at 83%, not simply 80. So that means that at this current moment in the war, Zombie Doom has a slight advantage.
Good point, Klaus. But again, remember, it's always possible with the numbers working out, that both of these clans could advance to Sunday.
Absolutely, Caledon. I mean, there's a lot of things that go horribly right and horribly wrong at the same time in these little round robins. I mean, with, what is it, 6 total wars going to go down? You never know what's going to happen.
And so remember, it's all about the stars. So definitely going for those safe 2 stars with a shot at 3. And of course, we've seen 2 triples already from these teams.
All right, so Fed appears to be the next attacker coming up for Team Queso. They want to respond. They're behind by just a tiny bit of total destruction. Can they get another 3-star? Will they be stuck 2-starring and they're being at the mercy of Zombie Doom going forward? We will just have to see.
Good point. As we get another first look at another Zombie Doom base. Definitely probably a layout we've never quite seen before. So we'll have to see where we got La Loon happening and a Stone Slammer in early to open up some of these walls. No healers, so we're not going to see, looks like maybe some sort of clone. There it is, Electron.
That's going to be an Electron. We have an Electro Dragon and a ton of balloons in there with a Rage and a Clone spell and a Poison. That enemy queen goes down, all the balloons basically just distracting for that Electro Dragon. And now, hopefully, no, I was about to say, hopefully that Electro Dragon can take down that Eagle Artillery, but that is just not what was in the cards.
Yeah, I mean, in an ideal world, that's where you get that Electron in there after that Inferno Tower, the Eagle Artillery. But now you're going to go and make sure you get that safe Town Hall down. Just barely got through the walls there.
Were you watching the wall breakers, Galadon? I mean, that Wizard Tower shot right after those wall breakers had already locked onto the wall. That was close. Because without the wall breakers, the King and the Queen, they don't work together. They don't get the Town Hall, and it's almost, well, it's not guaranteed, but it's really hard to get the Town Hall after that.
Yeah, well, the King tanked a little bit for the Queen there with those 2 Teslas that pops up, so she does get through, gets your first star, about a third of this base down after the first 2 stages. So an interesting multi-staged attack here.
Absolutely. I mean, there's not a lot of people out there that can execute these attacks as well as these guys can. I mean, they practice these night and day. They live and breathe Clash of Clans, and you can see it here with all of these amazing attacks coming at us. We're getting to watch them and enjoy them. But again, I say, with that Electro Dragon, or no, I'm sorry, with that Eagle Artillery not going down there from that Electron, I'm just not sure if there's enough left in the tank for this attack.
Great timing, the Warden ability right there, and look at those balloons get healed back up when they were all just about down, and now they're easily going to take down that multi-target Inferno and the Eagle Artillery.
Yeah, but you could see based on his facial expression, he was expecting to get that multi-Inferno from the left earlier. So that was definitely his troops backtracking quite a bit. That's never a good thing. But here, his balloons are going to catch the haste again. Is there enough? I mean, there's not that many defenses left, but all of his balloons are looking... Oh, and that Tornado Trap.
You got to hate that Tornado Trap. Even with the reduced duration, it's still a definite attack killer from time to time.
It stunts the attack for sure, Galadon. I mean, whenever you see something going so well, and then one little Tornado Trap kicks in, and boom, we go from what could have been a 3-star to what looks like an 80, well, it's going to be a high 80% 2-star. Not going to be the 3, but a solid percent. If you think about it, Galadon, so far, 5 attacks in, the lowest percentage we've seen is 80%. That is incredible.
Amazing performance, and 2 triples so far, so both of these clans putting up some incredible high-end attacks, and nearly 90%. Time's going to run down before that minion can get through, but 87% 2-star is very impressive nonetheless. And yeah, it was tough there. The balloons looked like they were gone. That heal spell brought them back with the perfect Warden's timing, but I'd be happy with that. Team Queso, of course, hoping for the triple.
Another good round, and with that, we have a quick update for you guys, just so that you know, since obviously you can't see their attack numbers so far. Blaze JP has 1 attack less than the Dark Unicorns. That is another matchup that's currently happening in the back, but it seems like the Dark Unicorns are off to a great start. 6 stars out of 3 attacks.
Yeah, no 3 stars over there in that war yet on either side.
But no 1 stars either, Galadon. So they're tied up in stars. It's all going to come down to percentage for them to see who wins. Of course, as a quick reminder, we want to mention that in these round-robin rounds to come to the playoffs on Sunday, it's all about the stars. All they want is the stars. And you know, if it comes down to maybe a tie and to figure out who's going to go to the playoffs, then you look at total destruction.
Good point. Good point. So again, that's why right now for Zombie Doom and Team Queso, both of these teams pretty happy, knowing that backstage there hasn't been a triple, and up here on the cameras, we've seen 1 from each side.
Looking great so far. Definitely getting the best show so far here on stream. Looks like this is definitely the war to be watching. Sanguinarius now leading in with the attack. He'll be the third attacker for his clan. Will he be able to get this triple with what looks like, once again, that Queen Walk P.E.K.K.A. smash?
Yeah, but look at how many buildings are on the outside of the walls there on the left-hand side of this base, Klaus. Definitely a common design, maybe anti-Electro Dragon over there. But I would anticipate that most of these clans are not expecting Electro Dragon attacks from their opponents.
No, I would say probably not. I mean, so Electro Dragons, in my opinion, is one of the easier strategies to get decent at, but it's really good, really hard to take out these really difficult anti-3-star base designs with those Electro Dragons. So you see a lot more strategies in these wars that take a little more skill. They have a lot more potential to triple the base as opposed to just an Electro Dragon attack.
And again, as you take a look at this base design, notice the key defenses are pretty well spread out. The Inferno Towers not right next to the Eagle Artillery, also not right next to the Town Hall. Those are kind of the key elements that players, these top-end players, are looking at when they design these bases.
All about that base design. It's all about the geography. I mean, you don't want all of your key defenses and key buildings to be all together in one place, because then it gets pretty easy to just send in a wall wrecker or a stone slammer with some troops and just bomb it. So it's good to keep things nice and spread out. And this base looks like it's definitely following that rule of thumb.
Yep, and a great poison there from Sanguinarius, going to catch all of those defensive troops, as you saw a witch or two come out of that CC as well. Very important to get those out of the way. Baby Dragon, last one left. And are we looking for that
yeah, so unfortunately, Galadon, we have a problem. The Queen did not go into the middle. She didn't lend her healers to the troops that got into the core, so you can see the core didn't get blown up like we've been seeing. So unfortunately, the Queen went the wrong direction, but then we also had a bunch of troops with the King kind of go off on the other side. So this base was specifically designed, you can see it, specifically designed to be difficult to funnel your troops into the walls, and most of them didn't go in. So I'll bet you Rigo Torres is feeling pretty good about himself right now.
Yeah, that is a great base design, and you're right, that freeze spell was just an attempt to try to save the healers as the Queen and the healers went around the bottom of that multi-target Inferno.
There you go. So with that Baby Dragon getting some work done at the very top, get that elixir storage at the very end. I love those swishes at the buzzer. That was amazing. Sanguinarius ends up with an 83% 2-star, which is higher than the lowest percentage so far. So even though things didn't quite go his way, he still can feel really good about that attack.
Yep, solid numbers every single time. No risk of any sort of 1-star fail here. Every one of these players grabbing 80% or more.
And that's good. I mean, the higher percentage you can get, the better, because who knows what the clans in behind are doing. You know, who knows if they're getting 60% against each other, you know? So even though their opponents are looking really, really tough right now, it's always good to give your very best show, put your best foot forward, and try to get as many buildings down as possible. Never give up on a troop. Unless it's like one archer on a full elixir storage and there's 20 seconds left, that's probably not going to happen. Exactly.
You're not going to see these guys quit an attack early, because again, like Klaus pointed out, every single percentage point is going to matter as well. And now, Oskivum from Team Queso.
Oskivum starting off this war, his first attack. Of course, all these guys' first attacks in these qualifiers. Again with the P.E.K.K.A. smash. Queen Walk leading into a wall wrecker, some P.E.K.K.A. some bowlers, and just completely diving into the base, gutting the base from the inside out. That's what they're always trying to go for here. This Queen Walk looking pretty good so far.
Exactly, and you can see the wall wrecker moving in, going to help that Queen get in. Watch out for that Inferno Tower there. She's going to move away from it.
Wow.
Now everybody head after that Town Hall.
Wow, that was really clutch. I mean, so with that Inferno Tower, it could have grabbed onto all the healers and this attack would have been roasted. It looks like things are going quite well for him right now. He's got a great funnel, that one P.E.K.K.A. with the King and the little barbarians around the edge. We have troops now going all straight in toward that enemy Queen. As soon as, notice again, Galadon, we mentioned this earlier, the Lava Hounds into CC. Has that been a running thing? I haven't noticed.
Well, check out the twin freeze spells though here, Klaus, as everybody moves into this core, stopping the 2 of the 3 multi-target Infernos.
There you go. So with a bowler bounce, there goes the Inferno Tower. The 2 Inferno Towers, there's 3 now at 10 out of 12. I'm still getting used to that. With the 3rd Inferno Tower now still there, we have some healers working on the bowlers, so we're doing okay in the middle. Are they taking too much damage to all go down? Unfortunately, that Queen up there at the top, it doesn't look like she has any support. Yeah, she's just going off her merry way.
And that can be tough with these ground-based attacks to get the healers to lock onto where you want them to be. Looks like they found the P.E.K.K.A.s in the core, and the Queen and the Warden and a couple more P.E.K.K.A.s are out around the outside, 72%. And then there's an Ice Golem, bottom right, all by itself, Klaus.
You know, that Ice Golem, we might look at it and say, you poor buddy, you did good. But, you know, after an entire minute, he might just get through that wall, and he might just distract that Archer Tower at the very bottom. So this attack still has the potential of being a 3-star.
Hope is not lost right now.
The Queen still has her ability.
Good point. Yeah, she's getting down in health, but she's got units to tank for her, like that P.E.K.K.A. in front of her. The bowlers just broke through that wall. The last healer going to try to do some work here on maybe the Warden. Wizard Tower down 91%. Plenty of time right now, Klaus.
Look at that. We got 2 P.E.K.K.A.s actually in front of the Queen with only 2-point defenses. It looks like Skivum is going to lock down another 3-star
4 buildings
for
left.
Team Queso. Is this going to be it? It looks like
these guys know it.
What are they yelling about? I don't know. But it looks like, yes, that is going to be the 3-star. And he never even used his Queen's ability.
Swag the Queen's ability over there. Another 3-star for Team Queso. Wow, that's a big one right there. That's, oh, man, again, I don't think we've seen a 3-star from backstage. We've seen 3 3-stars up here. And this, man, even though things, like you said, Klaus, didn't all go exactly to plan, in this core, enough units survived, and then maybe the Queen going outside kind of saved this attack.
You know, that can be the case where a troop goes around and saves the day, but, you know, with the healers, I think that's the key, especially to that attack. The key was just having a few healers in there, keeping a few troops alive to wipe out every building inside the walls, and then with that Queen kind of circling around with some P.E.K.K.A., it was the perfect storm. That base dropped, and the 3-star now puts Team Queso in the lead. What's going to happen next?
That is a good question. You know that these guys over here at Zombie Doom have no doubt that they can come back. All right, we've seen them put up a 3-star early. We know that they've got it in them. And it's just a matter of what King Icy has got in store for Fed's base right here. And it looks like a couple of P.E.K.K.A.s. No, we got the healers again. So we've got a Queen charge, jump spell. All right.
Another Queen P.E.K.K.A. or Queen Walk P.E.K.K.A. smash here. It's a King Icy starting this off with a funnel at that corner, or at least doing his very best. He did run into a Trick Tesla. That's one of the big things about these wars, Galadon, just like Clan War Leagues, is that you don't get any scouts. You only hit the base one time. Every player only has one attack, and you've got to do your very best to predict where these key traps are. And if you're a good player, you already kind of can get into the heads of your opponents, and you can figure out where they are.
Yeah, but exactly right there, King Icy sent in a Giant that did a little bit of tanking for the Archer Queen. And you'll notice, obviously, he waited until that Giant went down before he dropped in the healers. But this is, again, that unfortunate situation when the multi-target Inferno locks onto the healers. And unless the Queen can move way off here, no, there's multiple multi-target Infernos. Those healers are done.
Yeah, that was what we were talking about, that the previous attacker actually avoided, was getting his healers in the face of a multi-Inferno. So that is never a good thing. And unfortunately, King Icy was not able to avoid that. So let's see what goes on. I mean, we got a lot of troops in the middle right now, so that's good. The Warden seems to have already popped his ability, protects from the Giga Bomb. That's good too, but the Queen dying this early in the attack is never a good thing.
No, all 3 of those multi-target Infernos are still up. The Eagle is up as well. Luckily, the Town Hall is down, so you've got the 2-star locked in for King Icy. But the 3 looks just about impossible right now, as you even have the defending Lava Hound working on one of the P.E.K.K.A. on the inside.
Still not popped either. So if King Icy cannot 3-star this, and Team Queso 3-stars their next one, then Team Queso is guaranteed to win. If Team Queso does not 3-star their next attack, then Zombie Doom, with their final attacker, has a chance of tying it up. So this is kind of end-all be-all for Team Queso right now. We've got to see a really good attack from them to be able to secure the win. Unfortunate 2-star for King Icy, and unfortunately, I believe the lowest percentage that we've seen so far.
Is that right? And that's over 70% attack. Watch the Lava Hound chasing down the Warden right here. Warden is out of here. But wow, that's tough. I mean, if you're talking about the lowest percent, 71, that's still, in most wars, that's a good number.
In my clan, if we get 70% 2-star, we're happy. We're celebrating. Everything is happy. But in this, I mean, the bar is set so high. There's so much at stake that a 71% 2-star, unfortunately, is not what they're looking for.
Exactly. And again, we can see a lot of these units went towards the outside of that base. You don't want that to happen, especially unusual base design, Klaus. I kind of liked it. It was very kind of symmetrical looking over there with the 3 multi-target Inferno towers all set precisely apart. But
they call that a firewall, Galadon.
Is that right? Well, it definitely stopped those units.
It sure did. So with the final attack for Team Queso, if he 3-stars, they win. And they are in a really, really good position. I mean, again, with him 3-starring, that will be 3 out of 5 triples. I think that will be a stream record as well, like from this stream and previous from the previous qualifier too. I don't think so.
I
Maybe
think you're right. I think that 13 would be the new highest score we've ever seen. So here we go. Al-Mualim from Team Queso trying to grab it right here. As you can see, both clans have finished 4 of their 5 attacks. Team Queso already with 2 triples. And let's see if this Archer Queen is headed after this Town Hall.
That's right. So with a Queen Walk La Lune once again, and this one again deemed as one of the more risky attack strategies. So we'll see how Al-Mualim is able to get it done. With an early rage spell, he knows he's going to have to deal with that enemy king, and that king has tons of hit points. It's very difficult for the queen to handle, but with the rage and the healers, no big deal. And I don't even know. I mean, obviously, they didn't know that Tesla was there, so that was even more value for that queen and that rage spell there at the very beginning.
Good point. And the healer's still soaking up that rage. That's going to make sure the queen is up, although there wasn't really anything firing on her. Now she's going to go left, away from the Town Hall, so kind of creating a funnel for the rest of the troops to head in after that Town Hall, Klaus?
Yes, I believe that would definitely be the case. The troops are coming in now from that top corner. The king creating a funnel up there. There is a timely freeze to get the wall breakers in through that wall. Now everybody is posed and ready to go. Now the king, he's going to be leading the charge into this base while the queen keeps doing the shooting. As soon as that Inferno goes down, the healers are in good shape once again.
Exactly, and get ready for that jump spell. You're going to see what the queen is doing is kind of making that route around the left, kind of clockwise on this base, and then he wants her to head back in after the Eagle and maybe even the Town Hall as well.
Yeah, but it looks like things are a little scary. I mean, that queen's ability is going to be needed soon. Oh, he misses the queen ability.
Down.
That is not the plan at all. Okay, so with that queen now down, that Eagle artillery and the enemy queen are still up. Now, you know that's what that jump spell is meant for. So now the Hound and the balloons are going to have to deal with that, and that is not going to be fun.
Right at the moment that the Lava Hound popped, the queen was gone. Al-Mualim just a little bit too late on her ability. He's probably tapping the screen as she went down. And yeah, so things are going to change a little bit here. He's obviously going to go after that safe second star, make sure that his units get to that Town Hall. But again, he doesn't want to send in balloons after the Town Hall yet because it's not a weapon yet. We need to see it pop up after we pass 50%.
People always forget that the Lava Hound exploding does damage to troops around it. It does a little bit of splash damage. So you note that that was definitely not the plan. I guess, I don't know, was he watching too many things? Did he forget the Lava Hound does damage? There's a lot going on, and with these particular attacks, things can go awry very fast because with so many things going on at once.
Yep, and speaking of, double dragons came out of that wall wrecker, so they're going to turn after the Town Hall, but they're getting rained down upon by the Eagle artillery. This is close.
With the Town Hall going down! Oh my goodness.
Close.
That was the clutchest 2-star. Oh, wow.
Dragons immediately vaporized after they took that Town Hall down.
That is going to be a 2-star. I'm happy for them, but man, that opens it wide open for Zombie Doom. Now, if they can come in with the last-minute 3-star, they're all tied up, and everybody's at least sort of happy.
That's true, it just ties this series even more than it is already, and another chance for Zombie Doom to maybe come up on top. And also in the background, the Dark Unicorns are still facing Blaze JP. So far, all of them did 2-star attacks, but Blaze JP still has their last attack. So if it's a 2-star, they're up to 10, just like the Dark Unicorns. If it's 3 stars, they might be the leading ones coming out of the first round in Group A.
So as of right now, with 1 war for all 4 clans, Team Queso is ahead by 2 stars. That's
amazing.
Quite the advantage so far.
That is huge to see our second ever professional esports team in Clash of Clans come out and put out a performance with 2 triples right in the beginning. And then, I mean, Zombie Doom, no slouch either. I mean, to put that triple like that
they started out, yeah, they started out the favorite. You know, I mean, with that 3-star right off the bat, they've just kind of slacked a little bit while Team Queso is getting ahead. So right now, they need that triple or things aren't looking too good for them.
And technically, they're ahead of Dark Unicorns in stars because Dark Unicorns finished their war at 10.
That's a really good point. It's easy to forget that. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So actually, at this, if the whole thing ended right now, when the last attacks are done, it would be these 2 clans, Team Queso and Zombie Doom, moving on to the playoffs.
Exactly.
Fortunately, we have a bunch more wars to look at. So
we sure
don't go anywhere if you're watching and just not tuning in, guys. There's a lot of action still to come. Hours and hours of action.
Hours and hours as these clans will all face each other round robin style. So every clan will have a chance to face every other clan in this bracket. and we will advance 2 of them to Sunday's playoffs against the 2 top star teams from tomorrow as well.
So with the final attack, King Tut. You know that's got to be a lot of pressure going last, but you know he also volunteered for this position. So here we go. King Tut starting off the attack with his Queen Walk. Some witches off on the left. Wallwrecker leading the charge into that Town Hall. You can see there's still that always, you need to be careful and always make sure that you get that Town Hall, get that 2-star, because, you know, yeah, winning is awesome, but like we just said, even them losing, if they do lose against Team Queso, they're still in a better position than the other 2 clans.
Exactly, and this just into the Gala newsroom. Blaze JP put up a 3-star for their last attack and defeated Dark Unicorns. So 11 stars for Blaze JP, clutching it out. Mochi-kun, the last attacker for Blaze JP. So we're watching this attack right here. That makes it all that much more important for Zombie Doom to try to put up a 3-star and try to close in on Team Queso right here, and Blaze JP as well.
That's right. Awesome. So with Zombie Doom now, if they triple, they're still in great position. But if they get a 2-star, they'll be tied up with Blaze JP going forward. Everything is looking great right now. I mean, the attack is going very solid. There's 2 air defenses off on the side, and with that 1 Electro Dragon, I'm sure he's not expecting that little guy to survive the entire attack. But there's a lot left in the base, but he's got the 2-star. He's got what he came for. What about the triple?
Yeah, the jump spell is still up, Klaus, so I'm kind of worried if these units are going to head up there in time. You can see there's a lot of key defenses up to the top right. Good freeze right there as it was on the healers. Oof. And they have gone outside, unfortunately. Sometimes with a jump spell, it's tough to tell if your units are going to use it. They ignored it, and they're now at the outside of this base.
So basically, imagine all the walls that are inside that jump spell are gone. The troops still are designed to go for the nearest building.
Exactly.
So if the nearest building is, you know, on the other side of another wall that's closer to them, then they won't take that jump spell. So it's hard to predict that kind of stuff. But you know that it all comes down to the base design too. I mean, it's a fantastic design.
It's so true. When we talk about spell timing and placement, placing spells like jump spells, rage spells, heal spells, not where you want your troops to go, not where you hope they're going to go, but where they are actually going to path. You know, even if it's not where you want them to go. I mean, I'm guilty of it, sometimes placing a heal spell because I want the troops to go that way. They go a different way completely.
No, they're programmed a certain way. The best players in the world know how to predict that. But here we go with King Tut, a 93% 2-star. Looks like Team Queso is going to take this win. I don't remember the score.